Hey there, this is Red. It's time for another episode of Red Plays. So it's been a little while since I've actually done a play, so we're trying to get back on track here. Had a lot of things going on. Actually, I've got a new table. You can't really see it very well, just like maybe the little corner of it here. My game topper finally came through, and this is an updated version of the game topper that I had originally, so really excited about that, but that meant I had to change out my whole table. Another thing was I was outgrowing my box for Marvel Champions here, so I had to upgrade. So what I've done is I've got a groomsman box from Amazon, which is like a 12 by 12 black box. 3D printed some little things, some inserts there, and then I cut some card stock for the cards, printed those out off of Board Game Geek, and had to kind of upgrade my storage there for my cards. So I'm kind of busy doing side projects rather than gaming. So, but now I'm ready to get back to gaming. So let's do it. We got Big Wheel out there, and last time we slaughtered Big Wheel with our Black Widow aggression deck. She just rolled over Big Wheel. So we're going to take him up to expert mode and see how Black Widow handles expert mode Big Wheel. Really, I'm liking Big Wheel as a villain. I think he's one of the simpler villains to beat at this point in time. If you can keep his attachments away and keep him off of his second scheme, he is a fairly easy villain, and I think he would be a good learning villain for people to go up against. So anyway, let's get going here. So the thing to note with level 2 Big Wheel is he gets +1 scheme for each wheel attachment he has. So he attacks for 3, which is kind of hefty. He only schemes for 1, but it depends on his attachments. Luckily, there's not a lot of attachments at the beginning here. So really, it starts off, you get Big Wheel, and you're going to try to keep this down under 8 scheme. So I think we're ready to go. We need Natasha's cards here, and we're going to get 6 of them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Oh, we're starting off with Hulk again. That went so well last time, and not only that, we've got Hulk and Strength at the same time. Like it's destined to play Hulk this game. All right. But what are we looking at outside of Hulk and Strength? We got Mockingbird, which we could get out there, which would stun Big Wheel on top of all of that, which, while I would like to get preparation cards out there, I think that is a mighty fine combo to get out at the beginning, and I think we should go for that. So we'll just hold on to what we've got there, and let's play this and see how it goes. All right, so we're going to go. First thing we're going to do is let's get the Hulk out there. So we'll use Strength to play Hulk. And we're Hulking out. So what's Hulk going to do? Of course, Hulk's going to attack Big Wheel. Well, Hulk's going to do 3 attack to Big Wheel. So we're going to knock him from 17 down to 14. Then we have to see what kind of hulky thing the Hulk does, right? Because he's got his little icons here, and they each do a different thing. So let's see here. There's Hulk's icons. And we're going to flip a card, and our card's going to give us a fist there. So that says that Hulk does 2 damage to an enemy, so 2 more damage to Big Wheel. All right. That's about the best that Hulk can do. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a Mockingbird. We'll bring Mockingbird out there, and she's going to stun Big Wheel. And I don't have my cards. Where's my cards? Be right back. Hold on. Problem with replacing the table. Don't have all my stuff. All right, so I got my stuff back. Cards. Got my cards. Big Wheel stunned. All right, there we go. So Mockingbird's going to stun Big Wheel when she comes into play. She's going to attack Big Wheel. Oop, sorry, Hulk should have attacked. And she's going to do 1 more damage. So we're going to knock him down to 11. We're going to flip over to Black Widow. And I think we're going to hit him for 2 also. So we're going to knock him down to 9. Pump. And there we go. All right, so it's the end of the round. We're going to be done, and we're going to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I really don't know what Big Wheel 3 does, so that might be entertaining to see how that works out. So, okay. Oh, that's an interesting set of cards there. Okay, so we're going to go over to Big Wheel's turn. So first thing, we're going to put 1 thread on the main scheme. Right there, like that. Big Wheel sees Black Widow out there, so he's going to come to attack, but he's stunned. So there's no attack from Big Wheel. All right, next up is an encounter card. Let's see what we come up with. We come up with Wheel Rockets. Attached to Big Wheel, whenever Big Wheel attacks, he also damages all allies that player controls. Okay, so the downside is it says it takes 2 mental to discard that, and I don't have 2 mental out there, so I'm not going to be able to make that go away, which is kind of unfortunate, but that is the end of Big Wheel's turn. So the other thing to note is he's got +1 scheme because he gets +1 scheme for each attachment that's out there. All right, so what are we going to do here? We're back over to our hero side. And I'm trying to decide whether I should play things. I think what I should do is I should have Hulk do his Hulk thing first, just to see. So if he does 1 damage to each character, he's not going to kill them off. So I think what we're going to do, we'll go ahead and have Hulk do Hulk stuff. So Hulk's going to attack for 3. So we're going to take him down to 6. And then Hulk's going to do his Hulk thing, and I need to see what that is. So we're going to draw a card, and we get a wild. So he's going to do all of the above on a wild, right? So all of the above means deal 2 damage to an enemy, deal 1 damage to each character, and discard the Hulk. So that's kind of sad. But all right, so he's going to deal 2 damage to the enemy and 1 damage to each character. So Mockingbird's going to take 1, Black Widow's going to take 1, and Big Wheel is going to take the 2 plus the 1, so he's going to take 3 total. So he's going to go from 6 down to 3. Oop, I probably should have left that 1 on there. All right, so he's down to 3. And Hulk goes away, because that's the 3rd effect there. Bye-bye, Hulk. All right, so where we're at is we can potentially flip Big Wheel over to Big Wheel 3, which I think we're going to do. One of the other things that I'm thinking is we go over to Natasha, get our Black Widow gauntlets out and our Black Widow's bite, and dig. By doing that, when I play a preparation card, I get another card draw, and maybe it will be the mental. Oh, it has to be a hero action in order to get rid of that. So even if I do that, I can't get rid of that. Okay, so that's kind of disappointing. All right, so I get my Black Widow's gauntlets out. If I do that, I'm not going to be able to get one of my tack teams out. I can get my Quinn carrier out. But if I get my Quinn carrier out, I'm not going to be able to do one of my other things either. If I get my Quinn carrier out, that's going to prep me for later. So I think we'll do that. We're going to do 1, 2, 3. I kind of regret that a little bit. We'll get our Quinn carrier out. And we're going to use our Quinn carrier to get our Black Widow's gauntlets out there. All right. Because Hulk went away, so I'm a little bit sad that Hulk went away. All right, so then let's go ahead and we'll hit Big Wheel for 1. And that's going to get rid of Mockingbird because she's going to hit her 3. And then we're going to hit Big Wheel for 2. All right, so let's see what Big Wheel 3 does. Is that something scary that we need to be worried about? What's it say? So he's got 1 scheme and 2 attack. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of the Tinkerer and put the Tinkerer in play with the active player. Ooh, that is kind of scary. All right, so let's go look for the Tinkerer. Oop, there he is. Okay, found him. So this may have been a mistake. We'll see. See how this works out. Oh, okay. So when the Tinkerer comes, All right, so when the Tinkerer comes out, when revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a wheel upgrade and put it into play. Oh, okay. So he's going to get another wheel upgrade. All right, so I do think this was a bad plan. Didn't work out very well. All right, so there's the Tinkerer. I need to find another wheel upgrade. So my choices are bigger wheel, which I don't like because that one stuns. What else do we have? What I do like about that is it takes 2 physical to get rid of it. Do we have one? We got wheel lasers, which gives it overkill. Let's give him wheel lasers because that takes 2 energy. All right. The other thing I'm thinking is that I don't want to go over to Natasha at this point, because if I go over to Natasha, what's going to happen is I'm going to get a lot of scheme going on, and I think I want to avoid that right now. I think we can take the hit instead. So we're going to stay Black Widow. We're going to untap. Let's see, because that's the end of our round. We've got 2 things out there. Tinker's out there. Yep, I need to draw my 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to get 5 fantastic cards. Ooh, the Dance of Death is kind of nice. All right, let's see how things play out here. All right, so we're going to go over to the villain's turn. Put 1 on the main scheme. The villain's going to come attack Black Widow, and he's attacking for 2. Oops, sorry. Oh, I forgot to put my card back out there. There we go. Okay. So he's attacking for 2. Then he gets +1 for each attachment he has. So 2, 3, 4, +1 more. So he's attacking for 5. Then we're going to get a boost card also. I think we need to defend against that. All right. So let's see here. He's attacking for 5. What he's got right now, he would damage allies and he has overkill. So not all that big of a deal. All right. So he's attacking for 5. He's going to get a boost of 1. So that means he would hit for 6, but I defend for 2. So I take 4. All right. We'll take our 1 out. We'll put a 5 in there. All right. The Tinker would attack, but he's got to attack at 0, so he doesn't do any damage. Ha ha. That's good. All right. So we need an encounter card. What's our encounter card? Encounter card is Surge, and when revealed, exhaust your identity card. Okay, that doesn't affect me because I'm already exhausted. But that means we have to surge. So our surge is the Hydra Bomber. Choose to either take 2 damage or place 1 threat on the main scheme. I think we're going to place a threat on the main scheme. All right, so big wheel's done. We're over to the hero's turn. All right, we're kind of in a pickle here. Things aren't going exactly like I would have liked. All right. I would like to do the Dance of Death because I can kind of clean the board if I do a Dance of Death. And I could use the Quinn Carrier to do my Dance of Death. I would also like to get rid of one of those resources out there. So let's see how we can clean some of this up. So if we do the Quinn Carrier and our energy, we're going to do our Dance of Death, which does 1, 2, 3. So let's do 1 to the big wheel first. Who should have hit points? He should be starting with 20 hit points, but we're going to hit him for 1. So we're going to knock him down to 19. All right, then our 2 damage of the Dance of Death, we'll do the Hydra Bomber, take him out. Then our 3 damage, we'll do to the Tinkerer and take the Tinkerer out. Okay. So that's our Dance of Death. So next up, things to be concerned about are these upgrades. I think we need to work on getting rid of at least one of the upgrades. So in order to do that, what we can do is we can spend 2 energy to get rid of the wheel lasers. All right. So right now we're looking at him, he would be attacking for 3, and then he would get a bonus card. So he's still in kill me range, but not like horrible kill me range, but we also have attack acrobatics. So I think we might stay Black Widow yet again, because what's he going to scheme for? He's going to scheme for 2 plus a bonus card. Might not be bad to go over to Natasha. All right, so we're going to do our Widow's Gauntlets to get our acrobatics out there. And then, so the question is, do I switch to Natasha? Do I not? I think I'm going to switch to Natasha. So let's try to get a big round next round. We're going to be done. We're going to hope that he doesn't scheme over to make the other cards come out, because then he's going to get a bunch of attachments. All right, but the good news is I get 6 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What am I going to get here? Some gauntlets, some Yarnborn, some downtime, another acrobatics. All right, and Nick Fury. Woohoo! All right, so what's Big Wheel going to do? We're going to put 1 threat on the main scheme. It's up to 4. That's a little bit scary. All right, Big Wheel's going to scheme, and I didn't think about that very well, because he's going to scheme for 1. He gets +1 for each attachment, so he's going to scheme for 2, and he's going to get a card. That's a little bit on the scary side when we're in the expert deck here, but I think that was the right play. So he's going to scheme for 2, and he's going to get a bonus of 1. All right. He's going to scheme for 3 total. All right, so the good news is we're at 7 of the 8. The bad news is he's about to draw his card, and we're going to see what happens. So this will probably be in advance. Let's see. It's not. It's a burn notice. Ugh. I don't know that I'm happy. I'm happy I can get rid of it. So we're going to tap Natasha. We're going to get rid of the burn notice. All right, burn notice is out of the game. Okay. We're back over to the hero side of the board. Okay, so downside of what has happened this round is Natasha's starting off tapped. That's kind of not cool. All right. Things that we can do. What can we look at here? We can get another Gauntlets out there. We could get Tigra or Nick Fury out there. The good thing about Nick Fury is he's got good thwarting power, so I could bring him out. The downside to bringing Nick Fury out is, in order to get rid of the wheel rockets, I need to discard 2 mental resources. And those would be my 2 mental resources. But, well, I could use Nick Fury to draw 3 cards. That's a possibility. All right, so I'm trying to think of how we want to play this, because Nick Fury can come out and do damage, right? We could do 4 damage, which would be cool, but not awesome at this point in time. We could start stacking some acrobatics, and we could get Tigra out there to take a shot. One of the things we need to do is we need to reduce threat on that, otherwise it's going to pop the next round. The only way we really reduce threat on there is to bring Nick Fury out and use him to thwart. So I think we're going to have to do that. So that's going to be 1. And what am I going to use to do that? 2, 3, 4 to do that, 4 to do that. So that brings Nick Fury out. I think what we need to do with Nick there is we need to do the 2 threat off of the scheme, and then I think I need to thwart with him and take 2 more threat off of the scheme. All right, we can. So I can use acrobatics to get Yarnborn out there, or I can get acrobatics out and hold on to Yarnborn. I think we are going to, let's use acrobatics to get Yarnborn out there. All right, my thought behind that is I can use this repeatedly for damage. Okay, so the next question is, do I stay Natasha this round? It's nice, I could have Nick absorb the blow if I go over to Black Widow. That would stop him from scheming. And he's going to scheme for, he would scheme for a lot. I think we're going to go over to Black Widow. And we're going to be done. because I want to absorb that shot with Nick Fury while I've got Nick Fury out there and not allow him to scheme. All right, so we can get our 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the other side of that is if he does a bunch of damage, then I will use my acrobatics on it. So we'll see how that all plays out. Okay, villain's turn. We're done. We're going over to the villain's turn. What's happening on the villain's turn? We're going to do 1 on the main scheme. So let's back up to 4. Big Wheel is going to see Black Widow out there, so he's going to come attack. His wheel rockets are going to give him a bonus, so he's attacking for 3. And that special ability is damages allies a player controls, so it doesn't really do anything here because I'm going to block with Nick Fury, right? So he's attacking for 3, and we're going to draw a bonus card. So 3 is bonus card, adds 2. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to use our acrobatics on that bonus card. So acrobatics is going to take those boost icons and turn them into damage back to Big Wheel. So we're going to do 2 damage to Big Wheel. Then we're going to get +1 because of our Widowmaker ability. So we're going to do 3 damage to Big Wheel. Let's take the 5 off and put a 2 on there. Okay, what I do have the ability to do is because that's an attack, I can use Yarnborn in order to do an additional 2 damage. And I think we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to use our espionage to go ahead and do 2 more damage to Big Wheel. All right, and Big Wheel crushes Nick Fury. He's gone. All right. So next up, we need an encounter card. Encounter card is Wheel Spikes. So he's going to get another attachment. And that's going to give him Breakthrough, which means I can't block. And it's going to make him +1. And it has +1 itself. And it takes 3 energy to get rid of, so I'm not getting rid of it this turn. Okay. All right, so Big Wheel's done. We're back over to Black Widow. So what are we doing as Black Widow this round? We got the Covert Ops. So we can clean up some threat on Big Wheel. He's going to generate a lot if we go over to his turn. The other thing that we could try to do is we could use a couple of our resources to... Oh, so that would actually... Not only would it clear the threat, it would confuse him for a round, so that would buy us some time. I think that's what we're going to do, is we're going to do some Covert Ops. And we're going to heal. So we're going to flip over to Natasha. We're going to recover. That's going to get us back 3, so we're going to go back up to 2. All right, we can spend 3 to do our Covert Ops. So what's Covert Ops going to do? Covert Ops is going to remove 4 threat from a scheme and confuse the villain. So we're going to take 4 threat off of this scheme, which is just the right number. And I got my cards earlier, so we're going to confuse the villain. All right, looking good. And then we're going to be done. So we got Natasha out there, and we're going to draw 6 cards. So I'm getting close. 3, 4, 5, 6. I've only got maybe 5 more left. All right. But he's down to 14 life, so I'm feeling okay about how this is going. Okay. Villain's turn. What's happening on the villain's turn? 1 threat on the main scheme. Big Wheel would normally scheme, but he doesn't because he's confused. And then we need an encounter card. Encounter card is... All of it taken that. When revealed, each player may destroy any number of support cards, allies, and upgrades. If the total of one player's cards weren't destroyed, Big Wheel schemes, then attacks you. So I have to destroy a support, ally, or upgrade. I think we're going to get rid of our gauntlets. So he destroyed my gauntlets. Jerk! All right. That's it for the Big Wheel. We're back over to our hero turn. All right. So on our hero turn, what is it that we want to do? There are a lot of fun cards we could get out there. We could Covert Ops again. That could be interesting. We could get Attack Team out there to help us knock him down a little bit. We're healed up pretty good. We don't have the ability to stun, I think, is the thing that I'm seeing that's got me a little bit on the edgy side, I would say. So maybe we should Covert Ops again, just to give us another round to take care of stuff. If we were to Covert Ops, can we clear off any of those other? We would need 3 energy resources, which we don't have. Or we would need 2 mental resources, which we don't have. All right, if we weren't to Covert Ops, and instead maybe like put our attack team and a counterattack out there, we could get rid of the wheel rockets and then just take another scheme round. I think that might be reasonable. Let's do that. We're going to do our Quinjet and our Genius to get Tech Team out there. Let's use, what we want to put into play. Let's put counterattack into play. So when we do that, we get to draw a card as Natasha. Combat training. Let's do, this should have 3 on it. Let's do these 2. Ooh, that's got to be a hero action. Oh, I forgot about that part of it. So do we go aggressive for a round? Let's go aggressive for a round. We're going to go hero. All right, we're going to use our 2 here as a hero action to get rid of the wheel rockets. It's going to leave the wheel spikes. Let's go ahead and hit big wheel for 2. Knock him down to 12. And how many cards do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Which means I'm going to have to draw anyway. I think we'll be done. All right, so we're going to untap, untap. We're going to draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to shuffle. We're going to give him an encounter card. I don't like that part of it. Hey, there's my synth suit. It was at the very bottom of the deck. All right. All right, so we're over to Big Will's turn. What's going to happen on Big Will's turn here? So, first thing that's going to happen is we're going to put a threat on the main scheme. It's going to go up to 2. Then Big Wheel's going to attack. So what is Big Wheel attacking for? He is attacking for, whoa, he's attacking for me throwing cards all over the place. He's attacking for 2. He gets +1 for each attachment, so that's 3. And then he's going to get a bonus of +1, so he's attacking for 4, plus a boost card. Yowza. All right. So here's his boost card. So he's going to hit for 4 plus none. All right. So he's going to hit me for 4. All right. I will be taking that 4, but we're going to do another thing here. Let me mark that 4 before I forget about it. We're going to go ahead and use our counterattack. So counterattack says, after you take damage from an enemy attack, discard counterattack, deal an equal amount of damage to that enemy. So we're going to deal 4 back to him. So that's going to take him from 12 down to 8. So we'll go 5, 1. And I get to do my Widowmaker, so he takes another one. All right, so he's down to 7. All right, next up, we need some encounters. All right, encounter number 1. We have Wheel Tune-Up. When revealed, place an additional 2 threat here. At the start of the villain phase, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a real attachment and put it into play. Great, he needs more attachments. All right, and that's going to get 3 threat on it. 2, 3. All right, counter card number 2 is Bomb Scare. And that's going to get 3 threat on there and 1 acceleration. All right. Actually, of all the things, those were 2 not too bad things. That could put us in a position to close the game out. Let's see if that works. Well, I think most definitely because we have the Dance of Death, right? So that's going to be the end of the villain's turn. We're going over to the hero's turn. Yep. So we're going to attack team him and hit him for 2. We're going to do our 1, 2, 3, 2, 3 to do our Dance of Death. So then we're going to hit him for 1, then 2, then 3, which is 6, and he's only got 5 health. So that takes him out. Yeah, there's another win for the Black Widow aggression deck. Things were about to get kind of ugly. I think another couple of rounds and things could have got ugly, but we handled it pretty good there. So not as fast as the last win, but this was expert mode. So I think I'm going to do one more against Big Wheel, and we'll notch it up to heroic and see how we do against heroic Big Wheel, which I think is going to be a significant change with the expert cards, and he likes the attachments, and there's a lot of them in there, and they make Big Wheel more powerful. With those attachments spinning out faster, I think heroic mode for Big Wheel is going to be a big change to how the game goes. So if I missed anything, let me know. But it looks like I got the win there against expert Big Wheel. I think the Black Widow aggression deck is churning it out pretty good. So thanks for watching, and catch you next time.